Hello, hello, hello. I'm just trying to get it all together, girl. It's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to make the money for the rent, honey. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She's home. I'm back in Montreal. And I'm a Canadian citizen. So get into it, girl. Get into it. Yeah? I want y'all to get into, hopefully everyone is doing well. Happy New Year. And I hope y'all are living your best life. Yeah, what's really going on? What's the tea? Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Anwar. People call me Coach Anwar, and I am here to help you get your love life in order and level up in dating. Yeah, because honey, that's what we need to do. It's the new year. And I am tired of everybody being on the struggle bus. Yeah? So I'm going to be on here and I'm going to share with you what I know as a dating coach for 14 years now. And we're going to talk about love and dating and men or women, depending on what you love, and relationships. And yeah, I hope that it helps. And if you want to learn how to specifically work with me now this year and you're like 2024 is my year, I'm going to make it happen, go to the link in my bio and you can book a consultation call with me if you are ready to work with me. Yeah, this isn't what I've noticed recently is that some of the girls are booking these calls just because they want to chat with me. Honey, I am a suburban mother of three. I have 200 clients right now that I am supporting in a variety of different ways. Don't do that. If you want to work with me, let's talk about it. If not, girl, listen to my podcast, come to these lives. If you want to work with me, book the call. Okay? I say that with love and respect, but also don't waste my time because I'm not going to waste yours. I come on here to give, and help you. And so I hope that these sessions are amazing for you. Yeah? Now, with that said, let me see what the girls are talking about. Hello, MIA. Hello, Kim. Hey, Brandy girl. Janae said, dating tips for the college girls. Give me a specific question. If you have questions, please share those questions with me here in the chat and I will answer them in the order that I see them. Now, please be patient because, if I'm on here for a while, we might get 1,000 people up in here and there's only one of me, honey. So please be patient. Romina said, hey, how are you? I'm good. I'm back in Canada, honey. Cold as hell, but cute. Face card. Barely made it. Barely went through. But she's living. Just came back from a session with my clients where we talked all about vulnerability and how to do it. Yeah, so I'm amped up because, that's my shit, honey. Tiger, thank you so much for the heart me. Hello, Nazira. Hello, Ashley. Hey, Val, the bombshell. Hey, Celine. Hey, Shelby and Andrika and Rinjam. Hey, Tiger. She says, we love you. Sending love right back to you. Good evening, Jordan. Happy New Year, everyone. What are the questions that we have for the new year? What did you struggle with in 2023 that you don't want to struggle with anymore in 2024? I want to see it. I want to hear from you, okay? Latrice, Happy New Year to you, honey. Sierra said, I reactivated my Hinge for the Super Bowl, and it's been very unserious so far. Girl, Hinge is unhinged. If you're a black girl, don't be on Hinge. If you're a white girl, don't be on Hinge. If you're a girl, don't be on Hinge. If you're human, don't be on Hinge. Yeah? That's where you went wrong, girl. You tapped on that H icon. Yeah? When you see that H, I want you to think, oh, that's where the hoes are. Don't do it. Hinge is meant to be deleted, so delete it. Brandy said, do you think a woman with 4 children will find love again? 100%, but please understand this. You never lost it. You literally are the epitome of love if you have 4 children. Children are such a beautiful gift. And please understand, there are a ton of women that are having fertility issues right now. So, quiet as it's kept, who knows in 10 or 20 years if people will even be able to have 4 children. please understand that let your children remind you that you have love surrounding you each and every day. And center yourself in that. Yeah? Don't denigrate the love that you already have in your life because it won't help you find new and different love that you're searching for. Yeah? And I say that as a parent of 3, that literally, like, let that love of your children open your heart up in such a significant way. So all of the yelling and the screaming and the play that they do, right? All of the ways in which you get to show all of your love, bask in that. That's what I think the beautiful thing about children are, and what I think love is, which is love for me is being in a relationship with someone and seeing and experiencing your own capacity of love for another person. That is how we fall in love with another person. You fall in love with another person by falling in love with the capacity that you have for love. Sammy says, hi, Happy New Year. You are amazing. Thank you for being you. Thank you, girl. Mira said, Happy New Year. Thank you, girl. Fiamma said, how do I make my doctor fall in love with me? Well, if he's a gynecologist, girl, that will do it. Brandy said, do you think a woman... Okay, I already answered that. Chris Stack said, hey, coach. Hey, girl. Jordan said, get us off the struggle bus. Yes, honey. I'm trying. I'm trying my darndest. Mel said, I love you, Anwar. You said the Netherlands is good for black women. Yes, girl, but not Amsterdam. Amsterdam, I saw no interracial couples. Rotterdam, yes, ma'am. Rotterdam, hot damn. Latrice, thank you so much for the 2024. Romina said, he's 3 years younger than me, but he's super mature. Is that okay? Yes, girl. One of the trends that I've been seeing, especially for women of color, is that most of my clients are getting with guys that are 3 to 6 years younger than they are. It's not the older men, girl. Please believe. Latrice, thank you so much for the hand hearts. Oh, and just FYI, if you have been following me like for a while and you've been supporting me on these lives and you want to work with me, send me an email at anwar@getyourguycoaching.com if you want to work with me, because I have set aside 3 50% scholarships and 1 full scholarship for one of my followers, or 4 of my followers who want to work with me. Yeah? So if you have been checking for me and if you've been on these lives every week, reach out to me and you want to work with me. Okay? Put your screen name in here. I will know what it is and we'll go from there. Okay? Yeah. And just FYI, if there's anything that's resonating with you on this chat, tap the screen, double tap, triple tap the screen. Let's hit up the lights, honey, so we can get this party started. Sierra said, I'm 23 in school and having trouble getting out. Girl, study at the library, girl. Go for it, girl. Hang out with the dorks, girl. Don't go to the football games, girl. Be in the library. Meet the guys who are studying, because those are the guys that are going to get the great jobs. No shade, but the athletes at your school, in college, girl, their grades are going to be subpar and they might not get the good jobs. No shade. Tiger said, is Hinge the new Tinder? Girl, Hinge is like the old MySpace. Diana said, in your opinion, should I listen to the Sprinkle Sprinkle Girl? I think that you should. I agree with like 80% of what she says, right? I think what she's focused on is investment, which I think is really important when it comes to men. I do think that you don't have to be in your dark feminine energy to, embody the energy that is going to like require men to invest in you. I'm more focused on like emotional connection to, embody the energy that is going to like require men to invest in you. I'm more focused on like emotional connection, and I think oftentimes go to the engineering buildings. Yeah. Go for the guys that are studying. A lot of the girls want to go on the frat row. Girl, those guys are dangerous and often predators. When these guys surround themselves with so much testosterone, it is hard for them to actually control themselves, right? So like, don't be that girl that's like, at the end of a frat party. That's when it gets rapey or grapey, excuse me. And so I don't go there. Don't be there. Should high earning women work with a matchmaker? If you're a black woman, don't ever work with a matchmaker. Unless you know of black women that have had success with matchmakers and that are now married to a man based on being match made. I don't know anyone, and I've been in the game for 13, 14 years. JKI3 said, do you have any advice for singles living abroad? Apps, dating tips, I'm in Paris. Here's the thing. If you're a black woman, American woman, I want you to bring your Americana essence abroad. A lot of the girls want to like fade into the background and like assimilate. Don't assimilate. Be that American girl. That's the shit that's going to get you where you need to go in your love life. Because they're going to be thinking, oh my God, who's this girl? No shade, but if you try to assimilate and try to like fade into the culture and everything, they will think that you are, and I'm saying this with total respect, they're going to think that you are an African immigrant and they will treat you differently. They will not treat you well. If you are an American and you act like an American and you show, like, they can see you walking down the street and they see that blue ass passport, like, stamped on your forehead, girl, you want the Josephine Baker treatment. So when you're abroad, that's what I want you to be giving. Let me see what y'all are talking about. Jolene, thank you so much for the heart me. And thank you all so much for the 18,000 likes already. I appreciate it. People said, what are the best apps? A lot of my clients have gotten major success with Bumble right now. But here's the thing, it's not about apps. It's really about having a strategy, knowing what the hell you're doing. Most of y'all, the apps are working you and you're not working the apps because you don't have a strategy. So like your question about what apps, it doesn't matter if you don't have a freaking strategy, girl. So you're going to need a strategy. This is one of the things that I help my clients do so that they can work the apps instead of the apps working them. Yeah. Green Tea Goody said, I feel so sad. I'm coming to the end of my childbearing years, childless. No good men for me. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I think that if you're a black woman today, it is going to be important for you to date everybody, not just black men. But also, if you find yourself like 32, 33, you might want to invest and look into frozen eggs, look into fertility treatments of some sort. I have a number of my clients right now that are doing that in tandem with dating, because what I've seen is that most women, at least the women that I'm working with, they're not going to find their guy until between the ages of 35 and 45, which is not a guarantee if you want to have children. So I just want to offer that. Do whatever the hell you want with your body. I'm not a goddamn Republican trying to tell you what to do with your womb, girl. Something that I've observed. Faduma said, white boy winter in action. I know that's right, girl. Get it, honey. Melanin said, I want to date 10 to 15 years older. I always say plus 10 years minus 5 years. Anything over 10 years, y'all will be in different chapters of your lives. And if you are hyper-focused on older men, that lets me know that we probably have a daddy wound that we need to heal. or you were not taught life skills that allowed you to feel secure within your own life. The Lock Beauty said, I just love you, fairy godfather. I take all of your advice relating to me. Happy New Year. Thank you. I appreciate you. Kenza said, you have such a beautiful energy. Thank you. Amari said, God sent me an angel I'm not attracted to. Well, girl, get on your knees, close your eyes, and pray, and have him next to you. If he is 5 or above, give him time, girl. That attraction might increase. Here's the gag. The gag is attraction is overrated because 30 or 40 years from now, it's not going to be about your attraction level to him. It's going to be about whether he can take you to your doctor's appointments. Yeah. And no shade. A lot of women really want hot and attractive guys, but you don't want a guy hotter than you. You want to be the prize of your relationship. Yeah. A lot of us, especially if you're a woman of color, you have this like messaging in society that's like, oh my God, you're not the prize. You're not beautiful. And so you will hyper focus on finding a guy that's super attractive to make yourself feel attractive. And you don't need to do that. So for the ladies that resonates with and that is true for, I just want you to like internalize that message. If you don't have that, don't fight me in the comments. Yeah. Dula, thank you so much for the heart, me. Picasso said, Anwar, how can I trust my guy's intentions more? His actions and words match. I get anxious thoughts, though. All you can do is observe. Yeah? This isn't about trusting a guy or trusting a guy's intentions. It's never about guys. So anytime you're thinking about what is he going to do, what is he going to say, blah, blah, you're doing it wrong. You've already lost yourself. This is about being able to trust yourself and to feel safe within your own body, your own mind, your own heart, right? This isn't about his intentions because he's going to do whatever the hell he's going to do. I want you to be able to trust yourself to the point where whatever he does, you know that you're going to be okay. And that's on period. And that's on self-trust. Yeah. Melanin Gold said, I had 400 plus interested on Bumble in 2 days. Yeah, honey, it's the Super Bowl of dating. Everybody's on the apps. Y'all better make good of it, honey. Y'all better make it happen. Yeah? Here's the thing. Guys like, on average, like 2/3 of the profiles because they just want to get the party started. It's a numbers game for them. So just because you have 400, don't get overwhelmed by it. Go through them. Most of them will fall off anyway. Yeah? Whereas women are much more picky and will only like 5% of the profiles. That's the gag. That's why dating is so hard right now. Because 80% of women are competing for 5 to 10% of the guys. Dee said, do you think all men cheat mindset is ruining the dating pool? Is there truth to that? I think there's truth to that because most men are not self-actualized. Yeah. So what does that mean? I think the latest statistics in cheating, and obviously the results are always going to be biased, is that they said roughly 28% of black men cheat, roughly 20% of Hispanic men cheat, or no, 23% of Hispanic men cheat and roughly 20% of white men cheat. I think it's safe to double those numbers. I don't think all men cheat. I think that men cheat because they don't feel good about themselves. If they don't have a great job, they're not going to feel good about themselves. If they don't feel like they have agency or power in their own lives, they're not going to feel good about themselves and they'll cheat to find power for their ego. and control. Noelle said, I'm on brown boy winter. I guess it's white girl winter for him, though. Oop. Honey, she said, Uno reverse on that shit. Do you, girl. Do you. B. Andy said, I can't get over my ex. It's been 1.5 years. Why? I think that we can, oftentimes when it's hard to get over someone, it's not about the person, it's about the idea that you had about him, as well as the idea that you had about your life with him, right? Please understand that no one can make you feel how you feel. It is a choice that you decide and create. You have to understand that however he, quote unquote, made you feel, you can feel that way with different people and different experiences, that it's not hyper focused and based on him. And here's the thing, your future husband will never be an ex. So he was never the one, or he would not be your ex. Mia said your skin is glowing. Thank you to my rose water. Thank you to my snail mucin. Thank you to my retinol. Laughy emoji said, how long should I wait for the ring? 2 years, girl. If you're not engaged within 2 years, girl, he doesn't want it. You're a placeholder, no shade. User 447, I'm white, but I love you. Can I stay? I guess. I'll let the black girls decide. No, girl, we're all equal here. Everyone is equal under love. Yeah, I just center the black woman's experience. User 800 said, advice for women of color whose fam is skeptical of her having a white boyfriend. No shade, but I don't care about what your family thinks. Because when you think about it, in relationship with, let's say, a white guy, you will only probably see your family 1, 2, 3 times a year for like events, which is such a small percentage of your everyday life. Their opinion can't hold that much weight. And if it does, it lets me know that you are not in control of your own life and that you are living for your family instead of you. That's the problem. They can be skeptical, yeah? If they're skeptical after knowing him, that's one thing. If they're skeptical without really truly knowing him, that's another thing. Erica said, help. He asked me to come over to his place on a third date. Why? How can I? Girl, what's the issue? You get to just say no. That's a boundary issue. Set your boundaries, ladies. If you don't have boundaries in your dating life, you will never get into great relationships. Yeah? If he says, hey, can you come over to my place? I don't feel comfortable doing that. Thanks for the offer, though. Yeah? Elisa said, give me medium ugly who is smart, emotionally intelligent, and has money. No shade, y'all. Medium ugly is where it's at. A lot of y'all over course correct and you go for the ugly dudes, and that's where you really feel a fool. Because here's the thing, medium ugly can turn into medium attractive when the emotional intelligence and safety is there. And no shade, y'all, no shade, but the medium ugly guys have something to prove, and usually they know how to do it and do it well because they always improving mode, right? A lot of the pretty guys, they're not going to hit the walls. They're not going to do anything. And that's the shade of it all. They look pretty, but they just sit around and do nothing, girl. Nothing. They want everything done to them, but they don't want to do anything to you. And if for the girls who have hooked up with really attractive guys, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah? I don't like it. I like the guys that go to work, honey. Go to work. Let me shut up, because I don't want to wake up my kids, honey. Stephanie said, watching from Japan. Konnichiwa. Watashi wa ama desu. Okay, let me see what y'all are talking about. Philly Bomb said, thoughts on waiting on a man who's in business school, 2-year program, Ivy League. Girl, I went to an Ivy League business school. What do you mean wait for him? We don't wait for men. Date him and date a couple of other guys in his business school and let them compete for you. Girl, you should be dating 3 to 5 men. Yeah? What I know is that when guys are in business school, Ivy League ones at that, it's Disneyland for them. And they're wildly unserious. Wildly. Very rarely do they marry people that they actually meet while they're in business school. Right? And if you're already saying wait, I already know that he's not making you a priority. So date him, have fun with him, let him take you out, but you should be dating 2 to 3 other men at the same time. It's called Olympic dating. You have a gold medalist, a silver medalist, and a bronze medalist. Yeah. NECA said, your page is so peaceful for me. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. Let me try to get on IG, because IG was giving me shade earlier, honey. But there are also the other women that need to hear this message, girl. So let's see if it's giving what it's supposed to give. Yeah. I'm that girl said, thoughts on dating a mama's boy. Well, if you date a mama's boy, you will date a boy, and you will be the mama. It's replacement therapy. You're just going to be a replacement. You won't ever be able to be his woman. Kristen said, 7 years, 2 kids together, I'm not getting a ring, right? No, you're not. You don't need a ring. Your ring is the 2 kids. That's how he's thinking about it. Yeah? Maritza said, I'm Mexican and I can't wait to go out dating again with all your advice. Girl, I hope you kill the game, girl. I hope you kill it with these mofos. Yeah? Minnie B, should exes always stay exes? Yes, because they were an ex for a reason. They're an ex for a reason, honey. So, yeah, that's what I think. Let me see what else is going on. And just FYI, if anything is resonating with you, if you're loving what you're hearing, definitely book a consultation call if you want to work with me. Yeah? We're basically booked. I think I have 1 more slot for next Tuesday, or 2 more slots. But other than that, hop on this, girl. And like I said before, if you've been following me for a while and I know who you are and you want to work with me, send me an email and we'll make something happen. Either a huge scholarship or a completely free situation for you, because I support the women that support me. EJ said, who should bring up exclusivity? I think that it doesn't matter who brings it up, but it needs to be brought up within 2 to 3 months. And oftentimes, I think some people wait for the fairy tale and just wait for a guy to do it. If he's not doing it within 3 months, I want you to do it. Keta said, I would go for medium ugly with personality, but they're usually goofy too. Let them be goofy. You probably need goofy in your life. No shade. Most of you are so so responsible, and you've been responsible since like 8 or 9, cooking for your siblings and cleaning the house for the family. Y'all been acting like adults since y'all were kids. You are thinking that these guys being goofy is like a turnoff. No shade, but most of you all need a little bit more play in your lives. And let these men help you find that fun little girl inside. Goofy is fine. Let it be fun and playful. Life is too short to be focused on taking care of everybody all the time. Yeah? Samantha said, do you have kids? Yes, I have 3 of them. Riley said, the attractive guys are not your best eaters or beaters. Girl, they don't eat. And they don't beat. It's not even about being the best. That's how their physiques are so good. They don't eat anything except for broccoli and unseasoned chicken and protein powder shakes. Y'all talking about not needing pillow princesses. I know that's right. Real Tia said, question, this guy got mad when I asked, was he married? He was very defensive. Girl, when they get defensive, we step away. Yeah? I think the better question, though, is, are you single? Yeah? You said hot guys think they're the prize. They're right. They are the prize. They've been the prize their entire lives. So to think that they're going to change their mentality based on the fact that their entire lives, and this is why I always say like light skinned guys, guys with lighter eyes are dangerous. Because when you have that, you have a lived experience where your ego is inflated. And if you're not like, falling in line with keeping that ego inflated, they will want to humble you to prove that their ego, that you need to treat them like a god. Nika said, damn, so I have to cut off the pretty boy? I would. I mean, if you want something to look at, that's great. But here's the thing. Your type is not your type. Your husband type is not your dream guy type, and I've done a video on this. So this pretty boy is fun and cute, and you might want to do a jump off with him, even though he's probably not going to hit the walls, but no shade. He'll probably be looking at himself in the mirror while he's trying to do you, girl, and he won't be doing much of anything. I just think it's a waste of time, personally. But if it makes you feel really cute, because hot guys are like Louis Vuitton bags, right? It's like you want one, you get one, and then you realize, yeah, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. And when you look around, you're like, oh shit, everybody has a LV bag. What of it? It doesn't make me feel good about myself. Literally, it's cute for like a week, and then you're over it. Am I lying? Am I lying? So, if you want a Louis Vuitton bag, that's cute, girl. Go ahead with your vinyl ass bag. Just like these pretty boys, they're like vinyl. They're not real leather, sweetie. Sugar on the Flow said, some do beat down. True story. True story. But most of them don't. Tiger said, tall ones beat. Yes, girl. Tall, lanky, skinny. Tall and skinny is the combo. Tall, skinny nerd. Girl, go to heaven now. Girl. Ev said, you talking about gym guys? No, girl, I'm not talking about gym guys. Not anymore, girl. Not with their little wee-wees, girl. Waste of time. Mel, thank you so much for the finger heart. And y'all, thank you so much for the 46,000 likes. I appreciate it. Unicorn Juice said, concerned, went on a date with small thumbs. You have to decide for yourself. Well, it depends. I don't care if it's a small thumb, because if the thumb is curved, it means he's packing. So he can have a small thumb, right? But if it's curved, if it looks like a little U, if it looks like an earring, a small hoop earring, girl, you're all right. Yeah. Mel, thank you so much for the heart meme. Tatiana said, I love you, N-word. Thank you, girl. KK said, how to find men when working in a female-dominated field. Depends on what that is. You'll have to talk with your clients, but also you're going to have to get out. Most of you all are not, no shade. And I hope that you understand that when I talk about all of this, I'm coming from a place of love and respect, and I want you all to win. That's why I'm telling you all this shit. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I want you all to win. Many of you all don't have well-rounded lives, and you need to find your third place. Y'all are working and y'all are at home, and many of y'all are working from home, so you only have one place. No shade. Ordering groceries from HelloFresh, honey, or wherever, Uber Eats. You need a third place, and you need to find what that third place is and go to that 1 to 2 times a week. Maybe that's the gym. Maybe that's volunteering. Find your third place, please. Jen said, should I date in college? Hell yeah. Just don't date your professor, girl. And if you're a black girl, I want you to date a variety of different men. The interesting thing is that people are much more open-minded in college, but you never think about it because you're focused in school, and then you're in like the black organizations, and you never really expand yourself to meeting new and different people. Just like you're kind of open to this new experience and new people, they are as well. Let me see what y'all are talking about. Angelique said, hey, love your videos. Thank you, girl. Sasha said, Anwar, please give us your take on Simone Biles' situation. Yeah, I try not to talk a lot about celebrity couples because, one, we don't know the full story, right? But also, I didn't do a video on it because I felt like it felt very performative. But here's what I will say, and I want to share this for all of the accomplished black women out there. There's a couple of things happening in play, and we just talked about this earlier. Lighter skinned black guys will think that they're their prize because their mothers, and if they're an athlete, forget it. If you have literally been treated like the prize your entire life, and a lot of black mothers will do that for their sons, you have to understand 2/3 of households were run by single black mothers. And so oftentimes they have used their sons as surrogate partners and have treated them as such, even though they haven't necessarily, they shouldn't have. It was inappropriate. That's number one. Number two, a lot of these black guys don't know how to be healthy boyfriends or husbands because they've never seen it. And however ignorant this sounds, a mom can raise a boy, but a man can raise a man. Yeah? And you're talking to someone who was raised by a single mother. I had to find different mentors, male mentors, to help me to learn how to take care of a family, how to be in a relationship, how to hold space for a partner in my masculine energy. Don't let the feminine mannerisms fool you. I am the masculine energy in my relationship, right? So that's on the guy's side. Now I want to talk about Simone. And I talked about this earlier. She has been in predominantly white spaces her entire life. And just like many of you have been to school and all of those white girls have had boyfriends and you have felt overlooked and not seen, she has felt the same way. And so for her to feel good and to feel seen, she has found the prettiest guy that she could find and be with to make him hers so that she could feel good about herself. A lot of accomplished women will do this. I have everything in my life. I just have this one void. This one thing is missing. So I'm going to find what I want and try to put him in there so that it can fit into my idealized life. It doesn't work that way. You have to start how you finish. And she chased, and she will continue chasing for his acceptance for the entire relationship. I don't think that it will survive past 2026. I think that he has a lot of control over her that I think is unsafe. After that infamous interview, the next interview I saw, she had a necklace of his last name around her neck. That's branding, right? She started posting wedding posts, right? You saw it with Kiki. You're seeing it with her. You will see it with Haley Bailey. I think that's her name. That's what's happening here. When you make more money, when you are more popular than your man, it will not work. He will humble you. He will try to gain power and control, which makes dating really, really hard if you are no shade in the top 1%. Yeah. The other thing that I will say that I think is really relevant, especially for Black women specifically, is a lot of times you will find like the most masculine man possible because you think that's protection in a world that has felt very unsafe for you as a Black woman. Physical safety is not emotional safety. I know that sounds really obvious, but sometimes we feel good because he's bigger and he feels scary and masculine, and that feels protective. When in reality, girl, the call's coming from in the house. Yeah. So, I pray for smart and successful Black women all day, every day. And I pray for her. The other thing that I will say for accomplished Black women is when you've been validated and in the work that you put in, schoolgirls, athletes, you will think that your validation is like the way that you accomplish things, the way that you get love and attention is through performing. So I'm not surprised that she was chasing him and trying to make it happen, because she has been taught, if I work for it, I will get attention and validation for it, whether it's gymnastics or love. Yeah. The other thing that I will say that I think is that I fear for her, that I want you to take on as you are thinking about your own dating life, is that when you grow up in an environment where you cannot be in touch with your feelings and emotions, like as a gymnast, her job was to be stone cold. You can't feel anything. Just like if you're a doctor or a nurse in an emergency situation, right? Or you're a high up in the business world, or you're a lawyer, you can't have any emotions. And the way that that affects you in love is that those backhanded compliments, those sly comments, they'll fly over your head because you think it's all part of the game. It's all part for the course. You won't allow yourself to be hurt by that because of, one, that's not how we're raised. We're raised to be stoic because our parents want us to survive in this world and thrive in this world. And they know, girl, if you're going to do that, you can't have feelings. Because all these white people are going to want to hurt your feelings all day, every day. And if you let every microaggression kill your momentum, you're not going to be successful in life. That's how our parents raise us. It's extreme for her situation because one slight doubt, one slight emotion, it's not a 10.0, it's an 8.5. So she has been training her whole life, headstrong, don't feel anything. Stone cold stunner, honey. This is the case for most smart, successful, top of their game Black women. So if there's anything to learn from that situation, it is this. Get in touch with your feelings. The big, light-skinned guy ultimately might not be the choice for you. Don't chase men, let them chase you. The other thing that I will say too is find someone that is at your level or higher. A guy that makes less than 80% of what you make, it probably won't work. Unless you want to be in your masculine energy, but most of you don't. Yeah. Have people that will tell you this is not a good situation for you. Don't surround yourself with people that will tell you, if you like it, I love it. Because that is not helpful. And a lot of us will do that in the Black community. Yeah. I hope that's helpful. I want the best for her and every other Black woman that's looking for love. We'll keep it moving. Let me see what else is going on here. Let's see, what are y'all talking about here? Oh, the other thing that I wanted to say about the Simone Biles thing that I saw was, that I was thinking about, was the fact that he doesn't like her. He doesn't like her. When you look at his Instagram feed, it's white and Latina girls that he follows. He didn't like Black girls. If you're not your guy's type, you have to question that. The other thing I will say is, in that interview, he kept on calling her bro and bra. Like, the woman that you love, you don't do that. You do that with a homie. You don't do that with your wife. So he doesn't like her. That's another point. The other point is his father died. He doesn't have a male role model. He doesn't know how to be a boyfriend or a husband, and most of these Black guys don't. This is important. And as you can tell by the interviewer, a lot of these older cats don't check the young bucks anymore. The interview could have said, no, we don't talk about our wives like that. They didn't do that. They didn't do that because our generation is wild and these younger guys are not listening to anybody anymore. So the interviewers were out of whack too. And he even prefaced some of his questions by talking about us red-boned or light-skinned guys. They know what they are. They know what they do. They know what the deal is. Yeah. I pray for her. I only care about her. I don't care about any of these other rando dudes, including him. Okay, let me see what y'all are talking about. Serena said, your lives are always so illuminating. Many thanks. You're welcome, girl. Ray said, Amor, where is the lie? I don't know, girl. Unicorn said, we deserve so much better than this. You do. You so do, honey. You so do. Drea said, your take has been the most on point I've heard. KK said, I think they see our worth more than we don't work. Make them work for you. 100%. Sire said she actually has the masculine energy. Little does he know. I think that sometimes when you live in your masculine energy and you get a guy, a lot of the times you will over course correct and get so in your feminine energy and your what I call hyper feminine energy that you lose all of your boundaries. That happens a lot. Melissa said, your read and extrapolations are incredible. Thank you. V said, have always loved your content. Had no idea you had lives. So thank you. You're welcome. Just hilarious said, and especially her being raised by non-black parents. No comment. No, she, well, I won't speak on that. Debrianna said, baby, you preaching tonight. Girl, I preach every night, honey. Every night. That's what I love you. For real, nothing but facts. Thank you. Shadi said, this is a word. Hit the like. Yeah, honey, you better tap, double tap, and triple tap, hunty. Regina said, very thorough breakdown. Thank you. Elizabeth said, oh God, no, I will never chase a man. Don't chase a man, honey. Anyone you chase will always run away from you. The police chase people. Yeah. Let me see what else you're talking about. Danielle said, where did you get your golden girl pic in your house? I saw it in a video once. No shade, girl, but I don't get anything. My partner got that for me. Okay, let me see what else is going on here. Bailey said, tips for flight attendants. I think that if you are in a career where it's like a very nurturing career, 2/3 of my clients are like that. So flight attendants, hairdressers, nurses, teachers, social workers, HR, DEI. The biggest focus that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take up space and center yourself in relationships. Because what happens is all day, every day, you are centering and serving another person, and that will translate into your relationships. And when that happens, then automatically you become a second-class citizen in your own relationships. And you got to be first. I got to put me first, Lucius. So that's the biggest opportunity for those sorts of, careers. Let me see what y'all are talking about now. Mia said, I'm divesting. I think it's important to date all men because when you're in a big city and you're a Black woman, you have to understand that there are 20% more of you than there are Black men. There literally are not enough Black men for Black women to have. So many of us are going to have to date outside if there are going to be balances of power. So that's why, like, in DC proper and in Atlanta, you had a lot of poly relationships. You got 6 to 8 women chasing every man because there just aren't enough of them. Yeah. So that's why I say what I say. I think I'm one of the few Black dating coaches out there that is like pumping this message out, which I think ultimately affects like my career because a lot of these like Black media outlets, don't want to push that message. So they won't amplify me. But I think it's the best for Black women. And I'm not saying don't date Black men. 2/3 of my clients actually end up with Black men. But I think it's important to be open to a variety of different men so that you can find your love. Miley said, dating in San Diego for Black women. Don't do it, girl. Girl, you'd have better luck going down to Tijuana, no shade. Lamborghini said, what about the Diddy situation? Why do you think I know anything about the Diddy situation or Diddy parties, girl? I'm not that girl. You need to talk to Mr. Jakes about that. Tamara said, you are a true joy. I have learned some valuable tips from you. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm that girl. Thank you so much for the 2 roses. Keta said, best dating coach ever. Thank you. Miley said, you have enlightened me so much. Thank you. Jan said, got my guy with your advice. Awesome. I love hearing that. That makes me feel happy. Nice said, you mentioned before that the pool of men that meet the 80% is slim. Well, it's especially slim if you, let's say, make 100K or 150K or more a year. You have to understand that only 2% of Black men make 6 figures. So that's why you need to date a variety of different people. Let me see what y'all are talking about. Yasmin said, I'm dating a skinny, tall nerd. He treats me like a queen but doesn't want to be married. What to do? Well, here's the thing. I don't know where you're at in dating him, but you need to have a serious conversation 6 months after y'all have been in a relationship and see where he's at now and if his opinion changes. Because that's what I tell all my clients. If a guy says he's not looking for a long-term relationship, or he doesn't want kids, or he doesn't like pets, I don't put any stock into it, because for the woman that he loves, he'll do anything. For his dream woman, he will have kids, he will live in the place he never wanted to live. He will do all of that. Yeah. If he doesn't, at the 6-month mark, he's not open to it, you gotta go. That girl can cook. Do I have to wear a messy wig to find that perfect man? Well, here's the thing. If you wear a messy wig or you look a hot mess while you are out, you'll attract a variety of different men. Yeah, not the perfect man, but a lot of men. Because men are hunters. So they will look at that wig, that bad wig, or when you're a hot ass mess and people want to talk to you, or like when you're sick, you'll get the most action. It's because they sense your weakness and they will pounce and they will hunt you in the wild. That's why I always tell my clients, never entertain men that are trying to approach you in the wild. You always want to be talking with men in curated spaces. Nikki says, what's your opinion on plastic surgery? No shade, girl. I'm thinking about getting fillers my damn self. Whatever makes you feel good and comfortable and safe and sexy. Yeah. No shade, but there are a lot of women that are getting it done and not talking about it, just like therapy girl. Yeah. You'd be surprised what happened during the pandemic. Oh, girl, you lost a lot of weight. No, girl. She got the pump. Yeah? Do what makes you feel happy and comfortable. Pretty Face and Educated said, what do you think about Black Guru? I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry to go Mariah, but I don't know her. I'm so hyper focused on helping my clients thrive and like being the leader of my family that I really don't have time to follow other coaches. No shade, but if someone's calling themselves a guru, I already have pause. Jatiri, thank you so much for the 13 roses. Let's see what y'all are talking about. Tatiana said, oh, hello, love your content. Thank you. Manifest said, how to tell if a guy is bisexual and on the DL. I think it's really important. Well, in a playful way, I always ask him to check his fingernails. If he does this, most straight guys will do this. If he does this, it's I will just say this. I asked my partner to check his fingernails, and he did this. He gave me the double. That's one way. Another way is to surround yourself with, have gay guys around you, and see where his feet point toward. If his feet are pointing toward the gay guys, he's way too interested in them. Like, his interest is toward them and not toward you. Those are the two ways that I think are important to figure out. Dude, are you gay? Like, anytime I walked down the street or I walked into a place and I looked at their feet and they were pointing toward me, and by the way, this is what you need to look and do for non-black men, I already knew that I had them and I could do whatever I want with them. Novarine, thank you so much for the 7 roses. Jatira, thank you so much for the hand hearts. Keta said, are you writing a book? I am currently writing a book, but I'm taking my goddamn time. I'm not going to rush this book. I want it to be amazing. So I don't have a date, and I'm not going to try to rush the process. But I am writing one. It's hopefully one that will be the Bible for Black women dating. Dee said, fumbled a good, successful guy. Do they come back? No, they don't. Because they don't have to. They have options. You've got to figure out why you fumbled. And here's the gag. The gag is most guys that are good guys can feel boring and you don't trust them. And so what you will do is you will self-sabotage and you will pick fights to see if they're really in it to win it, right? To try to prove themselves so that they can climb your walls. Good guys don't climb walls. They walk right past them. The people that climb your walls will probably be thinking of you as a challenge. The toxic, the narcissists, the thieves, the burglars, the grand larcenists. EK says, should I take a trip with a man before exclusive? I would never go on a trip with a man that's not my boyfriend, but that's me. Moro said 2% is still millions of men though. Yeah, but in your city, plus everyone else that's going for them, that's why I said 80% of women are going for the top 5 to 10% of men. Unicorn Juice, thank you so much for the rose. And you want a blue ocean situation. You don't want the red ocean if you've read that book. Well, What are the blue oceans? Girl, no shade. Those Middle Eastern and Indian men, those are the blue ocean, girl. And the nerdy and redheaded white men, honey, that's the blue ocean. Yes, Chloe. Chloe said double rainbow. It was the gay for me, girl. I said, oh, okay, you really never gonna leave me for a woman. When he did this, I said, well, I got him forever, honey. Noelle said, I'm bi and I check both ways real fast. Tracks. Haley said, should I say I love you first? If you feel it, girl, do it. Marquis said, what's the science of where feet are pointing? Girl, it's body language 101. Love Dahlia. Where did you learn the feet trick? Girl, I lived the foot trick, girl. It's how I got most of my men. Wilhelmina said, there is a grinder noise on TikTok. Play it on loud around him and record his reaction. You can do that too. Let me see what y'all are talking about here. And just by the way, if you are loving what you're hearing, if you're like, oh my God, this guy knows what he's talking about, I have to work with him, I want to get my guy in 2024, go to the link in my bio, book a consultation call so that we can do the deeper work that's required for you to get into the best relationship of your life. Because ultimately, if you are a woman of color, you will have unique challenges in dating. And this is not me trying to give you some sort of complex. I'm just giving you kind of the reality of the situation. And it's important to navigate and heal from some of those, challenges so that when you do find your guy, you're ready, ultimately. Jacinta, thank you so much for the 21 roses. Mara said, travel in Turkey updates. The trip is happening in April, at the end of April. You should be seeing a email about that in the next week. Sierra said, why do white men speak to me in a hood accent, especially when I don't carry myself as such? Those men are not the ones you want to engage with. Those guys are actually high-key racist because they think that all black people are ghetto. And we're not. And he thinks that the only way that he can connect with you is if he goes quote unquote hood. He's not seeing you as a human, as an individual. He's just seeing you as a culture that has been, I will say, interestingly positioned in media. Thank you all so much for all of the support around the book. I appreciate it. And thank you all so much for the 100,000 likes. I do appreciate it. Blue Pearl said, your teeth are so pretty. Remember the girl that was talking about plastic surgery? Yeah, I got my teeth done, girl, because I needed to. Girl, my teeth were looking like yellow Chick-fil-A's, girl. It wasn't cute, honey. I had to get it done. So that's what I did. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes me feel pretty. And life's too short. Went down to Colombia, got these mofos done. Me and my mom went together, girl. And got him done, sweetie. Let me see what else y'all are talking about. Alejandro said, what do you think of poly lifestyles? I don't think about them. It's not my lifestyle. I don't get to talk about other people's lifestyles because my opinion doesn't matter. Michelle said, oh my God, I can't believe the men on dating sites have been on this week. Leslie said, we've hung out once, but he hasn't asked for my number yet, but likes and comments on all of my posts. Help. Well, ladies, don't ever give a man your socials until he is at least past physical date 3. Communicate with your phone numbers. When you give him your socials, you're giving him way too much access to you and your lifestyle. And you become part of his entertainment. Because when he's on his social media and on his feed, you're just a part of it. So you lose your humanity. Kyrie, is being a dating coach a profession? Well, I sure do hope it is. That's what I've been doing for the past 13 years. Kay Bull said, what about Polynesians? Oh, Lord. Girl, look at my post from earlier this week, girl. That's where I talked about the Polynesians. It's been, girl, no shade, but down there it's not much poly. More like singular, Melanesian. Nakia said, what do you think about African men? Next question. Subscribe to Live, said Anwar. I have a redhead boyfriend. He has been amazing. No shade, honey, but redheads are where it's at. Girl, go to Dublin, Ireland, get you one, and come back, honey. Get that luck of the Irish, sweetie. The redheads are it, honey. And they're checking for black women. They love them, honey. If you, girl, if you have a baby with a redhead, he will really be red-boned. Let me see what else y'all talking about here. Unicorn said, we love you so much. Thank you, girl. Book by Brit said, baby Anwar is giving Cat Williams. Uh-oh. Gestoria said, your compliment video was so on point. Thank you, girl. Someone was saying Blue Ocean. So there is a business book about blue oceans, and it's about finding opportunities that haven't been explored yet, right? So think of like a beautiful like island that hasn't been inhabited a lot. It usually has beautiful oceans around it. Versus a red ocean, which is basically all of the sharks are there and eating carcasses, and it's very competitive, right? Successful black men are the red ocean. You want to get into the blue ocean. Caramel Goddess said, I'm saving up for a BBL. I can't wait. Good girl. I love that for you. That's going to make you feel great. Chris understood. Thank you so much for the heart me. Booked by Brit said Baby Anwar is pouring tea like Cat Williams, and it's only the 4th. Girl, 4th of January, giving 4th of July, honey. I say freedom. I say independence, ladies. As she said, oh, that makes sense. I thought IG was safer than giving my number. Girl, give him a Google number then. Yeah? Yeah, Victoria said, so should I block him now? Yeah, girl. Megan Simone said, we was cutting it up in that live. Yes, we were, girl. Honey, that's what happens when I have one mimosa in me, girl. Lightweight, girl. Lightweight. Featherweight, girl. That's what I am. Because I don't drink a lot. So, because I'm always working with my clients, so I have to always be on. And then I have 3 children, so I always have to be on. So I don't drink. So when I do, girl, it hits me, girl. It hits me like that. You know those, I was about to get racial, girl, and they were about to cancel me again. But you know those non-black people who get really red in the face when they drink a lot, girl? That's me. That's what was happening on that live. Girl, they blocked me on one of my lives, girl, because I was talking too much mess. Yeah, honey, everybody's saying where the redheads at, girl. Wherever there's no sun, girl, that's where they're at. No shade, girl. And I always say that the gingers are the blacks of the whites, honey. So there's this connection that's unspoken. Duchess said, don't stress Anwar about asking about African men. Don't do it, girl. It is stress. It's stress, girl. Xandra said, Irish and black people go well together. Real bad. Real bad. Maya said, my sister was married to a ginger. What happened, girl? That was past tense. I went to school. Green Tea Goody said, Scotland has the same amount of redheads as Ireland. Wherever you go, girl, just get you one of them. A redheaded chicken salad. Forever K, La J said, I just matched with a redhead girl. Make it happen. Make it work. Danielle said, redheads like Prince Harry. Period. Ola said, Anwar, we love you over here in Nigeria. Good girl. I'm happy to hear that because the Nigerian women need the help the most. That's all I gotta say. Nax said, I sent you 1,000,000 messages. I don't know what that means, girl. Tiger said, this is like Bible study. Girl, without the tithing, girl. Keep your money, girl. Maritza said, what about going to find a boyfriend in Europe? Do it, girl. If you're a woman of color and you're a 6 in the US, you'll be an 8 in Europe. Girl, when I went to Europe, I could get any man I wanted to. It was everything. That's why I'm so confident. That's why I speak like this, because I really truly believe that, like, I can get anyone I want. Because I did, and I could. But the American market wasn't living for me. That's why sometimes y'all have to do a Josephine Baker and go where you're loved. Cable said, what if I want to marry within my race as a black woman? Do it, girl. Awesome. Support you. Mel said, I'm going to get a gastric sleeve. I know that's right, girl. Miss Mango said, did you see Saltburn? No, but I've heard of it. I need to watch it. I saw a few clips on TikTok. I'm just so busy. So busy. No Name said, traveling to Cannes in the spring. Any advice? Yes, be as American as you can. And believe that you belong there. Don't act like the intern in the company who's just happy to be in the meeting. Give CEO energy. Brianna said, thoughts on Jamaican men? One of the girls in the live told me that Jamaican men are like Nigerian men, but without the money. So take that for what you will. Effie Dina Jordan said, what's your take on going to Italy and snagging a man, Italian guy? I lived in Italy for a year and had 5 boyfriends there in Milan. Italian men are emotional, they're spoiled, they're packing, and there's no middle ground. They either love you to death or they're hugely racist. There's no neutral. So please understand that when you go to that country, that's what you will experience. But if you find people that, Italian men that absolutely love you, adore you, can't get enough of you, hit the jackpot. There's a lot of them that do. Miss Mango said, info on white hockey player men. I think white men who love white sports are probably quite racist. I think of those sports as almost like KKK rallies. So, because the conversations that they have, the locker room talk, is very that. Yeah? So, something to think about. And he said, you selectively read the comments. Sometimes I do. If I've already answered that question, I don't answer it anymore, which means that, girl, put your notifications on. Get here early so you can ask your questions early so that they will be answered. And also, I'm Cancer and I'm a moody, and sometimes I don't feel like answering questions. Brown Heart, any tips for ending things with a sneaky link? Yeah, just that this isn't serving me anymore. I'm, great getting to know you. Wishing you the best of luck. Hey, Jess said Dominicans. You mean the black Puerto Ricans? Yes, girl. No comment. Someone said, the new Juneteenth. You're a mess, girl. I'm not going to put your name because I don't want the girls coming for you. Renita said, I love you, but why do you read the comments that are 20 minutes old? Because there's 1,100 people in here and there's one of me. So I'm always going to be behind. Plus, I literally spent 10 to 15 minutes talking about Simone Biles, and so the comments just added up. Yeah. Decor said, what price point do your consults start at? They're free. It's really an opportunity for us to see if it'll be a good fit for my programs that are low to mid 4-figure investments. So if you know that you can afford it, no shade, don't book a call with me, please. Jasmine said, facts. The Jamaicans, they lie and cheat for sport. Cool runnings, honey. Cool runnings. Joanna said, as a Jamaican, my mother said no Jamaican. Unicorn Juice said, cancels trip to London and books Italy. That's funny. Davey Yance, you're so well-rounded. Thank you. Here's the thing. Y'all need to be well-rounded. Y'all need to get well-rounded. Y'all need to explore all of these different dick territories. Alexis said, soon as Anwar say, let me see what y'all are talking about, we all get to copy and pasting. Lord have mercy. Don't do that, girl. Don't do that. Oh my God, thank you so much for this hood hat, honey. Reminds me of junior high. That's the style I used to give, honey. I thought I was doing something, honey. Let me see what y'all... Okay, I'm not going to say that anymore because I don't want you copying and pasting. Let me see. Let me scroll up here. By the way, definitely check the link in my bio. I have free trainings in there. You can subscribe and listen to my podcast. If you're already listening to my podcast, rate it, give it a review. I read those. I love those. And I hope that the podcast is really helpful for you. Last week it was ranked 14 in relationship podcasts in the US. So for those that are supporting my podcast, thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate you. Good Girl said, who's a good match for a female helicopter pilot? So that is probably going to be someone that's more of like the nurturing type. So like a teacher or a nurse. Because while you're doing all of that, in a way, he's got to be taking care of the home base. Victoria said, you are so kind. Respond to all your fans the best you can. Get that bag. I do what I can for God and my country, as my mother would say. Ashanti said, there's a guy who I talked to at church, and the day before New Year, he ignored me. Advice, stop talking to church boys. They are shy, and many of them are awkward and socially inept, no shade. And sheltered. The thing is, you're going to want to be with a guy who's experienced the totality of life so that he can protect you from that. Anne gets it. Not me talking to a Jamaican. Run, girl. Bolt it. The Divine Hottie said, as a black girl, my grandma wants me to date out so bad. Listen to her. She knows what she's talking about. You want to listen to the grandparents more than you want to listen to your parents. Lakima said, did you enjoy the Grizzlies game? I did. It was great, although they got blown out. Serenity said, I love your videos and wisdom. Thank you. Sequoia said, I need some girth and some length. Girl, keep it in your pants. EA Sports said, we want to see throwback handwear. You don't, girl. Messy. Messy, messy boots. One time for Halloween, I did dress up in that, like, baggy pants, oversized jersey in college. All my people in college were gagged because, you know, freshman year when I went to school in the East Coast, girl, I was wearing capris in the snow. You could not take the Cali out of this boy. So, you know, we do what we can. Vacay expert, do you have a list of Italian cities? I have had some success in Naples. Southern Italy is better than Northern Italy. Northern Italy is racist. Yeah. Southern Italy is great. So, you know where the foot part of that boot is, girl? You want to be there. Right on the foot, girl. Gingerella, thoughts on the league? I think it's lame. You won't get anything. I think it's overly priced and expensive. As someone who has gone to an Ivy League institution, it gives that. Where the guys will want to explore with you, but they'll never take you home. Never. Thank you all so much for the 126,000 likes. I appreciate it. Ebony said, I'm 7 dates in. When should I bring up relationship intentions? Well, it depends on how long have you been dating this person? And are you ready to be exclusive and in a committed relationship with him? That's the question. Someone said that my whole January is booked. Girl, it books up fast now. Check tomorrow. Check tomorrow. Tomorrow there'll be a couple of, I think, dates open for Wednesday. Because I only do 5 days in advance. What's the name of your podcast? My speech says, Get Your Guy Coaching Podcast. Yeah. Booked by Britsit. Let's get Anwar's podcast to #1. Thank you for that sentiment. I appreciate it. Deja Lynn said, baby, I will support that podcast until the end. It's too good. Thank you. Simone said, it's called the Get Your Guy Podcast. Yeah, check it out. 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 Sissy said, OMG, I seen your podcast and never knew it was you. Who'd you think it was, girl? Patti LaBelle or somebody? Bonnie said, what about men that are musicians? I'm always attracted to those. That's probably because you're giving mama bear energy. You need to get into more of your femme energy, girl. T Magic Finger said, I just started listening and I love it so. Thank you. You're welcome. Princess says, church boys are damaged. But, you know, they're trying to heal in the church, honey. What are we going to do? Gabby said, OMG, I just discovered your page last night and binge watched you all night long. Girl, how was it? Megan said, but the church musicians. You mean the drummers, girl? Those are the biggest hoes. Nikki said, please stop talking to church boys. Period. Maria said, I love how you say no shade after throwing shade. Do I do that? Coach Arlene said, that must be your kind of that must be your kind of church, Anwar. They are mostly hoish. Many of them are. That's why they have to go to church so much, girl. They got to repent for all those sins. No shade. Cody said, you sound zesty. I am zesty ranch, honey. Zest McZesty. For sure. Miley said, I work in leasing. What kind of man would be a compliment to me? Someone who owns. Yes, honey. Y'all are gagged on my capris and the snow is crazy. Honey, you couldn't tell me nothing, honey. Because I was serving body. Legs. Simone said, you're from California. Which part? A little bit north of LA called Ventura County. So Ventura, Oxnard. And Audrey said, dating in San Francisco as a black woman. California is always going to be like a hard market for a black woman. So most of my clients in California generally get their guys between months 9 and 12, similar in Texas and Florida and Atlanta. I would say don't date in San Francisco proper. It's got to be South Bay and East Bay. And a little bit like, even like a lot of my clients get success a little bit north of Berkeley. So those areas. Carla said, I wish I had a friend like you. You do have a friend like me. We're here right now, chatting it up, girl. Jamira said, are you happy and do you feel proud of yourself? I feel very proud of myself, especially based on my business and how I've grown it. And here's the thing. This is important. When you're thinking about and interacting with men and evaluating them, their happiness based on their career will tell you everything that you need to know about him. Because men self-actualize through their career. If I had a shitty career, if I didn't feel good about where I was professionally, you don't want to date me. The other question was, am I happy? I am happy. I'm content, which I think is different than happy. I think it's hard to maintain happiness, so that's not my goal anymore. It used to be my goal. Now it's about being content. Caitlin said, I've been binging your podcast so good. Thank you so much. Trendy said, I don't even see the comments he's responding to. Girl, because I'm on the late freight. There's 1,000 of you all and one of me. What am I supposed to do? Your patience is appreciated. Can a black woman find a good man in Vienna or Germany? 100%. When I was living in Germany, I was proposed to 3 times within 18 months. Girl, it depends, girl. You can't be acting, and I say this with respect, you can't be acting like you're just lucky to be there. Like they just granted you, like, you citizenship as an asylum seeker. You're going to have to own the city that you live in, any place that you actually, are in. That confidence is important. And you're going to have to be outgoing because those cities, those countries are very held back, and you will inspire them and they will be interested in you because you will bring something out of them that their culture does not allow them to bring out. And that is attractive. Princess said, thoughts on Asian men. Like East Asian men, I think are great husbands. But the thing about it, if you're dating them as a black woman, is that a lot of times their families will not accept you. I always say it's like an 80-20 rule. So something for you to think about. EK said, I'm hidden, you're Hidden Valley and we love it. I do too, girl. RVS said, what do we think about entrepreneurs? I think that you want to engage with an entrepreneur who has had his business for 3+ years. There's a little bit of probably stability that is there, but if he's just started something, you won't be the priority. His new baby business will be, and you might grow some resentment toward that. Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to go to bed soon. Let me see what else y'all are talking about. Boo Bear said, oh shit, I'm from Oxnard. Go 805. I know that's right. I grew up right next to Oxnard College. Just FYI. Lisbeth said, OMG, I went to high school in Oxnard. Okay, I know that's right. Lola Rose said, you're from Oxnard, so you grew up Mexican. I grew up with 80% Mexican. That was my first language, Spanish. The kids used to call me Leva. They used to shade me down, girl. But you had to learn Spanish to survive, honey. That's what I did. Terrara said, you're a Ventura girl. I am. Then I went to high school in Ojai, so then I became an Ojai boy. Dee said, I'm from Santa Paula, Ventura County. I have a good amount of my family that lives in Santa Paula. My uncle married an amazing Mexican woman, and all her family was in Santa Paula. So, like, we used to do, like, tamales during Christmas with them and just, like, spend so much time with them. And we used to always go there for 4th of July because the fireworks are legal there. Yeah. Good. All right, my loves. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was fun. I hope that you've learned something in this experience. If you want to book a call, I think we're all booked now. That's what the girls are saying. Check tomorrow in my link. There should be a couple more spaces available for next Wednesday. And if you want to work with me, but if not, continue coming to these lives and continue listening to the podcast. And check out my free trainings. Alrighty? All right, ladies, be well. I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.